Hello everyone and welcome to day 86 of my 100-day project. We are officially 2 weeks away from finishing up. It's amazing. I cannot believe how quickly it's gone by. And there's just 4 more days left with Wax Pastel, and then I'm on to charcoal and graphite. And mostly just charcoal and graphite, I think, is what I had in mind. So more drawing towards the end of the project. So I'm tired. So bear with me. I taught 2 different workshops today, back to back. So I'm kind of talked out. But what I thought I would do today was pull out a different kind of paper. So I've so far been working on hot press watercolor paper and the Canson Mi-Tente velvet paper. And I thought, what other kind of paper do I have that I could use? And I thought about pulling out some of the Sennelier pastel card for oil pastel. And the texture of it felt very similar to hot press watercolor paper. And while I was digging through my paper stash, I found a stack of Strathmore mixed media card, and it's black. And I thought, oh, let's do that. That would be kind of interesting. It's very smooth, smoother than the hot press watercolor, but not as smooth as Bristol. And it kind of makes me want to do some Bristol. I wasn't sure how it would layer on Bristol because Bristol's very smooth. But this was fairly smooth, and I actually kind of liked how it layered. I didn't have to fight with the background texture quite so much, and I kind of like that. So I don't know. And I really don't think I layered that much with this one. So I don't know. I might try the Bristol and see what happens. I kept it super, super simple today, y'all. I was just like, simple face. This is my favorite view, kind of 3/4-ish view. And I've just been loving that combo of the magenta, the purple, and that scarlet color, that bright red color that you see right next to the paper. And then there's 2 shades of blue that I really, really like as well. So I just kept it really, really simple and went that route and just played. I really liked how dramatic the lighting was. And as I was working on it, I wasn't sure what I was going to do with the background. I just ended up leaving it blank. And I just thought that it would have taken away. There was something that I really liked about the drama and the lighting on her face. And I just felt like if I had a bunch of background color, like I'd want to keep it dark. So like other than adding texture to it, I don't see what adding color really would have really done for me. So I ended up not and just left it where it is. So I'm just going in at this point. You've seen me kind of add my shapes. I started out with all the shadows, and I'm just building up some lights. I kind of fought with that eye a little bit. There's always a saying that like you get one eye the way you really like it, and the other eye is like the evil twin because it just never matches. And that was kind of what I was dealing with a little bit today. If it were the shadow eye, it wouldn't have been a big deal, but it's not. It's kind of her focal point eye, so that made it a little more challenging. But I'm bringing in some of the yellow to bump up the lights a little bit and really build up the drama. But I've done a lot of going back and forth between the different colors, and I've got enough pigment on there that I could blend it with my finger. I don't know if you saw that. On the velvet paper, that just doesn't happen. It just holds onto the pigment so tight, it really doesn't move. And then on the watercolor paper, it just doesn't work very well. But blending with my finger worked really well on here. Still trying to adjust the shape of that eye. And then I thought, well, what if I bring out my luminance pencils? So these are 6901 luminance, which the Neoart are 6901, and they're meant to match. They're both light fast, and the colors are meant to match. So I thought, I wonder if I can layer them the way I can pastel pencils over soft pastel. And it didn't work super great on this surface. It kind of scratched off the wax pastel. I could get a little bit in there, and it did work in some areas, but not quite as well as I had hoped. I really wanted to get the highlight in the eye, and I was struggling because the dark in the center was really thick and it wasn't working. So here what I did, this was an interesting find. I had a couple of stray marks around her face, and this is after I had decided to leave the background the way it was. So I just took a regular number 2 pencil and took the eraser, and it erased right off that paper. I was really gentle because I didn't want to mark up the paper, but it worked great. And I erased quite a bit along the side of her forehead to kind of reshape her face a little bit. And I was super surprised how easy that worked. So that is a really great tip. Now, I don't know if this will work on every surface, but it definitely worked on this mixed media paper. So that was really, really cool. So there we go, day 86 in the books. We're getting there. We're getting there, folks. We're getting there. I hope you are doing well, and take care of you. I can't even talk. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.